Hey United Church, I'm coming to you with another renovation update today. I'm so excited to show you what all the progress is made. I had the flu last week, so we've got 2 weeks of progress to report for you guys. Right now, folks are a little bit on lunch break, but there's like a zillion people here, so you're gonna see some folks around more than usual. But if you look up, this is now the post office side of the building. So this is the other side that I normally come in on. This is the post office side. You see the post office is over here. This is where our new side of the church is. They're putting on some finishing. You can see that they're finishing off the edging of the roof to make it look really gorgeous and classy. We got our windows up there. Those are recycled windows from the building that we took down. And then they will eventually have a new doorway, but where you see a doorway there, that's going to be the door to the daycare. That's where parents and daycare staff and employees are going to be going in and out 5 days a week. We're so excited about that. You can see the roofers are up there roofing right now. This is also where our electrical is coming into the electric room. If you see those 2 windows that are covered off, that's going to be our new electric room powering the whole building. This is a high electricity building because we're going green. And so all of that electric work is coming in right now. This is our electrical trench again that was dug in. And so right now a lot of electric is happening. I'm going to let them keep working because they're working really hard. Those are our electricians. We have electricians here. We got plumbers here. We got roofers here. We got contracting people, construction people here, all kinds of things. So I'm coming in now to this beautiful lobby, but from the other side that I normally come in. You can see that a lot of stuff is in here. And why is that? Because they're doing so much work. Infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. And the other thing they're doing is they've begun to stage for the elevator. If you recall, this area is where our elevator is. And now they've got all of this scaffolding, staging in. This is a ton of work right here, getting ready to drop that amazing, modern, safe, handicap accessible, welcoming elevator right there. So a lot has been going on right there. In here, tons of stuff being staged. Folks have been asking us about storage, so I'm going to try to tell you guys a lot about where things might potentially be. And our finishing team, just so you know, has spreadsheet after spreadsheet after spreadsheet. They are doing amazing work keeping track of all the stuff that we have in our church, from music supplies to CE to everything else. And they have plans for where everything's going to go. But of course, your input is always welcome to make sure we have the very best plan. So I'm going to come down here again. This is the church office and meeting room wing, which you guys know about. So we're coming in here. A ton of electrical is happening here right now, actually. As I was walking around earlier, tons of electricians were in here. So again, over here is going to be where we're thinking our copy machine will go right there. And then back here is our kind of kitchenette room. We're calling that the hospitality pantry. This will be our main meeting room. We're going to have a wall of glass here so that everything's going to feel light and bright and open. And so the main meeting room will feel very light and bright and open. It's going to be gorgeous. And that's where a lot of just our committee meetings and whatnot are going to probably take place. But we want to hear from you about what you intend to use these spaces for. This will be our office administrator room. We need to keep this room separate and locked because our office administrator is also our primary bookkeeper, and so she has a lot of personnel files and also bookkeeping files to keep secure, so that'll be there. We'll have a shared office over here for our CE director and also for our building manager. Those are our most part-time positions, so that will be a shared office. Our office administrator is 32 hours a week. Your pastor is 40 hours a week, so those are some office spaces, but for our part-time, 15 to 20 hours or less, they are going to be sharing that space in there. And then down here, we are going to have our beautiful parlor room where we'll have couches and really beautiful, comfortable place to meet and gather. If you just were coming to meet with me, we might come and sit right here in the parlor on some comfy chairs to talk and pray together, as well as all other things we're going to do. Over here, we are going to have our music director, which is a 20-hour-a-week position. So our music director will be right here in an office. And then over here, we talked about this is where we're going to have our chapel. And so some of y'all were like, we don't like the name prayer room. That's totally fine. We want to hear that input. We want to hear that feedback. It's a chapel. It's a place to pray. It's a place to worship. It's a place to have all kinds of spiritual, sacred time and space. This is also where we're going to be reinstalling a lot of the beautiful features from our former chapel, from the altar to the stained glass to all kinds of things, backlit and beautiful. It's going to look phenomenal with updated surrounds. And again, this is where our sprinkler room is. And then that's the hallway to go upstairs to the narthex, which is going to be refreshed. So a lot of work going on down here. We want to make sure you feel that you understand the layout, because sometimes when you look at things on paper, it can be confusing. So if you ever have any questions about where things are going to be or whatnot, we want to hear from you to make sure that you understand. So again, that office wing takes you right into this lobby area, welcoming area. We haven't decided on a name. We want to hear from you what to call these spaces, but this is where all of the access points to the children's zone, to upstairs, from the elevator, from the stairs, to our office wing, to our bathrooms, is all in this area. We are going to have a halfway privacy wall to kind of create a partition from the bathrooms, just so that the bathrooms are not directly leading onto this room. There'll be sort of a halfway wall to kind of keep those bathrooms a little bit set back from this area. But we're thinking in this lobby, this is where we're going to have prayer shawls, where we're going to have our outreach donation drives, where we're going to have our church name tags, where we're going to be doing child check-in, where we're going to have comfy places to sit and chat, places to do the hustle and bustle, the meeting, the greeting, the everyday life together of church. That is where this is going to happen. Ooh, I hear people walking and pounding on things. So let's carefully go back here, because this is honestly where the most progress has been made. I want to take you back here. First of all, wow. So what we're going into right now is a doorway that's going to be redone with a new door, but the place is the same. This is going back into the children's zone. Whoa, look at all these snaky wires. This is, again, all this infrastructure going in, holy cow, but this is all sprinkler system. The sprinkler system is a lot of wires, but over here, this is now our kids zone, which will be a daycare during the week and where our kids hang out on Sundays. This is really coming together. So this is the hallway down in the kids zone. This is a new doorway opening. This is going to be the main hallway back into the renovated space. You can see we've got our electricians up there working and all kinds of folk up here working. But this is this new hallway. A lot of this has been framed out. These are classrooms and bathrooms. And then this hallway is going to lead straight out. Right now, here's a window that I'm going to crawl through, but it won't be a window for long. This is all one big hallway. I'm going to take you out. This is the new addition. Holy cow. So much framing has been done. We've got a roof. We've got walls. Very soon, we're going to have windows. But all of this has been closed in. This addition, actually, you can see our new windows are right there. All of this has been closed in. The addition is coming together. These are these little bathrooms. They're plumbed. They're ready to go. It's so exciting. And actually, you can hear upstairs, people are walking on our new church rooftop deck. And it's kind of neat because if you walk out here, there's going to be stairs eventually that lead from this out so the kids can go right out onto the playground. But this is the new sort of back of our church. It comes right to the playground over here, to the garden over here, and to that beautiful backyard, which this renovation is really going to highlight, that gorgeous backyard. So let's kind of come back in. There's so much to show you. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crawl out this window for a second. Or you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to crawl out the window. I'm going to come over here and crawl out this window. We're going to catch the rooftop deck from above when I take you into Bradford Lewis Hall. But let's come on through. I'm climbing through the window. I'm coming on through. Some guys are eating their lunch, so I don't want to bug them too much. So we're going to skip those rooms. But I'm going to come over here, and we're going to go up here, back into our welcome area. Let's hit the stairs. The stairs are here. Let's go. Up we go, up we go, up we go. All right. Now these stairs are remaining. This will be the stairway up. The other option to come up will be the elevator. And let's take a look at what's going on out here. Oh boy, some stuff's happening here. This is exciting. And I'm gonna show you. We're gonna have French doors coming out here, but I'm gonna show you right now what's going on in the roof. All these guys are out here working. They're putting the roof on our rooftop deck, which is so exciting. Maybe I can, you know what? I'm gonna come out what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you out here so you can really see. And I'm gonna take you onto this just so you can see. It's so exciting. Look at that. The rooftop deck's going on. Ooh, I can smell some chemicals. Here we go. Hey guys. Hi. Sorry, I'm filming. Looks great. And so you can see there's like a raised area to the side, but we're gonna have much higher partitions because again, this is not just your average back deck. This is a rooftop deck. So there's gonna be a very high but beautiful wall to make sure nobody falls off this. We're safety, safety, safety first. But I want you to take a look. Now, remember, this is all temporary fencing, construction fencing, so that's gonna be gone. This is going to be just such a beautiful space that highlights one of our church's most amazing assets for spirituality, for beauty, for community, and that is our backyard. So we're so excited about this space taking shape. All right, let's go in. I wanna show you this other room. Now, the other place that people have been asking questions about is our skyline room or the place behind the stage or the makerspace or whatever you want to call it. People are wondering, what the heck is that space? Because we've never had it before. It's true, we've never had a space like this before. So what is it? It's what we imagine it can be. It's what we put our heads together and create. Just so you know, there is going to be a storage closet where this existing storage closet is, but it's going to be lower. And that's going to be a place we're going to store a lot of musical stuff, which is going to be great because there'll be easy access to the sanctuary. But I want to make sure you guys know that that's a closet that'll be crucial. We're also going to have built-in cabinetry for storage in this skyline room, which will be another place to store, especially we're thinking music kind of stuff. But I want to show you this room again because this room is really a new space for us. We've never had a community gathering room, a meeting room, or a chapel space, or any kind of space that we would use up on the second level of our church. Everything in the past has always been on the ground floor. And so it's kind of neat to think about just how beautiful, light-filled, bright, and airy this space will be. You can actually see there's electrical on the wall here because we are giving ourselves the option of putting a TV screen on this wall, just in case like a meeting was happening and you wanted to make it a hybrid meeting, or maybe you wanted to watch a yoga video and do yoga together, or watch a Bible study curriculum video, whatever you want to do. We just want to have the option of being able to make this a multi-purpose, multi-use space. So you can see already that that electrical has been done so that we can put a screen on the wall there. But this is a beautiful space. It's so big and open. I don't know, what do you imagine doing here? We want to hear from you as the finishing team. What kind of ideas are churning in your head as you think about some of these new spaces or some of these spaces we've had in the past but are redone? What do you anticipate doing in these rooms? Do you imagine yourself doing yoga in this room? Do you imagine yourself having a committee meeting in this room? Do you imagine yourself having choir practice in this room? Do you imagine yourself praying in this room or meeting for a small group of prayer or Bible study? How do you imagine yourself using this room? We want to hear those kinds of things about all of the spaces that we are redoing right now, because I don't know if you've noticed, this is happening at an excitingly fast pace. And that means we're going to be back in our newly redone sanctuary, our newly redone everything, really, guys, before you know it. So now's the time to make your voice heard and give us your feedback, your input, as we make these finishing final decisions. We're at that place now where we are deciding, like, okay, do we want a TV on this wall or that? So those kinds of things are getting done. And so we want to hear from you. We want to hear your input, your ideas about all that stuff. Again, it's so exciting to see this stuff. A lot of good progress going on. Now, you might be wondering what's going on with the church sanctuary roof. I'll give you a quick update about that, even though it is somewhat of a separate project, but it's about to become a less separate project. As you know, we had to jack up the roof to fix a broken beam. All of that is done, thank goodness. So the people who took responsibility for not doing the best job in the world prior have now finished fixing what they took responsibility for, which is great. But we had an independent roof assessment done as well. And so by our really trusted engineers. And so that report is still coming in, but there are some areas we already know are issues, some more broken beams and whatnot. And so what's going to happen next is once we have that final report, we are going to ask our very trusted work crews who are doing a phenomenal job here at our church to finish the job and just get this roof up to speed. For all of that go forward work, we will be paying for that ourselves. The people who took responsibility for the piece of the thing that was broken will not pay for this other additional work, but that's okay. We'd rather just get it done. We want to make sure that, we're not leaving stuff hanging here, that we're fixing all the big things while we have these great people on site. So you guys made the wise decision at annual meeting to allocate some leftover money that we had last year to go towards that, and that is what we are going to do. So do not fear, friends. The roof is getting fixed. It's still in process. You can see those are fire alarm stuff that's going in. So actually, that's important for you guys to see here too. It's not like this sanctuary is untouched. There's not like big things happening in the sanctuary, but they are bringing this place up to code. And that means that all this infrastructure stuff is happening in our sanctuary, which is awesome. And they will be sprinkling the sanctuary. So that is also to come. But we are going to have this place rocking and rolling before you know it. It's so exciting. And again, finishing team is all ears. Finishing team is all ears. They're all excited to hear about what you think you want to use these spaces for, what you imagine might be possible, what kind of ministries might we be able to do, what kind of community programs, what kind of gatherings for our church members do you imagine us doing in these spaces? All of it's on the table. We're excited to hear about it. So friends, today was a big update. Lots of things to see. Whoa, I just get so excited when I see all these big pipes go in. That's what this is all about, folks. So look at that's a new big pipe. I don't know what that is, but that's a new big pipe. Anyway, we want to hear from you. We're excited to show these updates. I'll be coming back to you next week with another update from our church renovation. Take care, friends.